How you doing? My name is Joseph Charles Colin, the new face of art. This one is titled New York and LA, and I'll explain that in a second, what that means. There. Basically, yeah, that's what it looks like. It's got a little bit, it looks like a little bit of green in there. That's what's messing with the thing there. But see what happens. This week is really different because I've been getting phone calls for the last couple days. Some of you out there know why, and I'll explain that in a second. If you're watching this, and chances are, if your gallery in Los Angeles and New York, or New York, Los Angeles, if you're watching this, chances are you got the message. And just judging by some of the phone calls and people contacted me. But first things first here. This is a very special day, guys. Because it's the first phase. So that's what it looks like. That's the fingerprint. So nobody can copy this piece of art in the future. Canvas art, that's your gold streak, and that's your gold streak. That's what pays you the ounce price every single day. And then we're going to go take a look at the ounce price right now. Okay, this is canvas 61. The ounce price of gold today is $1,688.95. So this piece of art is the price today on this piece of art, make it clear, is $1,688.95. And as of noon, I raised the price. This is the ounce of gold price. I raised the price another $1,688.95, and every single day for forever. Now, the top 3 auction for art in the world is on YouTube. So some of you who are watching this for the first time, and I'm sure just judging from the last couple days that can you make us Friday night around midnight in Mountain Standard Time, I phoned about 100 galleries, about 50 in New York City, and about 50 and I did it at night because I knew there's going to be an answer machine. Instead of sending emails and stuff, I decided to leave as a tip, and if you got this and you're watching this, chances are is because you're watching this because of that tip. Now, my plan is for the next year to get hold of every gallery in the world, starting at New York and Los Angeles. You're the first galleries to know about me. It's not a matter of you buying anything from me or making deals with me. It's a matter of I want you to know that I exist, and my pricing exists, my painting exists. It's all native type pricing art, all in the disclaimer in the bottom in the description. I want my pricing for you to know that it is covered under native art. Native, it's covered and protected. That's all you need to know. Plus, I want every gallery in the world, in Paris, Germany, all over the place, Dubai, Japan, in the coming year. I'm going to get a hold of New York, Los Angeles. If you're a gallery you're watching right now, you probably never even heard of me. You're probably watching this for the first time. Uh, Take it or leave it. I exist. I'm going to be something big in the world, and I'm not going to deviate from my plans. I'm not going to. I have 3 years of work under my belt on this channel, and I'm here to stay, and I'm not going anywhere. End of story. My goal is to take over the art world in 60 years. I want my paintings by the time at the dollar second. I want multi-millionaires, billionaires, corporations in the world to take my art in the future to that next step. And if you, as a gallery, as a buyer, as a dealer, as a collector, anybody out there don't believe a treaty status native could put war paint on his face, transfer to canvas, and make the art, and they're small enough so they're extremely portable around the world. All my 10 by 10s are extremely portable around the world, and my goal is only 100 of each of my designs to get out there of my pieces of art. So, New York, Los Angeles, if you're a gallery and you're watching this right now, you're lucky you know about this first. Because I have lists of a lot of galleries, clientele, collectors. I have lists of collectors out there. If I have to bypass you as a gallery and go straight to your collector and say, here's time priced art, you buy it for a lot of money, and it never goes down, because when you look in the comment section of every single one of my dollar minute paintings, I don't have them on my canvas gold bars, just a few of them, but every single dollar minute painting is a dollar minute, goes up to $1 million every 2 years, goes up another million every 2 years. And in the comment section, pinned is a comment by me, and it's linked to howlongago.com, which is keeps track of time, and the minutes is the dollar. You don't think a client out there of yours, it doesn't matter how big you are in the world, if you don't think a client, when they find out about this, when every gallery in the world, every collector in the world finds out about this, because my plans is just New York City and Los Angeles now. Next week it's going to be a couple more cities in Europe, and so on, because this is my dream. I'm native, and I'm native. I'm a guy in Warpaint on a warpath. Now, some of you, I even had one call saying, "Am I the tipster? Sure sounds like your voice. Please do not talk to any other galleries. Talk to us on Monday." And I literally said to a couple galleries in New York, a couple galleries basically, or more, I'm not going to say exactly how many more, in Los Angeles contacted me the last couple of days. And one basically said, listen, you're making a primitive art like your people would make thousands of years ago with your face onto canvas, and you have a time priced kind of like a tally stick that some tribes used, where, say, I made a bow and arrow and I gave it to another member, and I said, in order to make this bow and arrow for you, I want 20 fish. You say, well, I can't catch 20 fish in a day. So you had a tally stick, and a tally stick is just, okay, so you have 20 fish on there, and then say I caught 3 or 4 fish, or that person caught 3 or 4 fish, gave me the stick, and then marked it off, and I'd say, okay, you owe me X amount of fish. I take the bow and arrow and I give it to somebody else. I'm saying bow and arrow for a reason. So you take the bow and arrow, you give it to somebody else, and the tally stick goes with them, and you still have to get the fish and so on for that bow and arrow. That's the same kind of thing. It's a native type of pricing, but you owe me fish a minute forever. So that's simple. You owe anybody that owns a Joseph Charles Colin a fish a, a minute, a second forever. Every Joseph Charles Colin painting out there is connected by time, and over time, collectors take this seriously. Obviously, as a gallery, and if you're watching this right now, you're from, and some of you are big galleries. Some are big, powerful galleries. This ain't going anywhere. This ain't going anywhere. You are lucky enough to see this first. What you do with it is your problem, your business. Now, like I told the one lady, I'm going to make this very clear. I want if you want to do an exclusive deal with me, I'm looking right in the camera as a gallery anywhere in the world if you're watching this, and everybody else in the world could see this. If you want to make an exclusive deal with me to sell my paintings or anybody else's paintings connected with me, whether they want to go with you or not, that's their business, because about 50% of all my art's in the hands of other people already. I need any one of you galleries to buy one of my paintings that's held by me for the 1,000,000 minute mark, meaning $1 million in American funds. I'm talking not just handing over a million. You go to one of the paintings that are around 1,000,000 minutes, which is about 40 of them so far, and say it could be exactly on every Saturday one hits 1,000,000 minutes, meaning it's 2 years old. It took 2 years to get to 1,000,000 minutes. So it's not like, if you go back and watch my videos, it goes back 3 years, it tells you the pricing for 3 years now. That's 1,000,000 minutes, takes 2 years. If you've never heard about this before, well, that's the whole idea, because I don't want any gallery to know until this weekend, which is when I hit into the last 40 paintings. And then every weekend I contact more galleries, top 10 galleries in Paris, top 10 galleries in Venice, top 10 galleries in Germany, top 10 galleries in Japan and Tokyo, top 10 galleries, and so on for the next year. But just remember, if you're watching this right now, you from New York City and Los Angeles, judging by about 100 views that came onto my channel all in the last couple of days, and I know that is from me cold calling and saying my name. I'm a tipster. This is a tip if this sounds familiar. I'm a tipster, Canada. Google, do not call back this number, but Google Joseph Charles Colin, face painted art, timer art, price by time. Second, I had an itch. Stuff gets itchy. So you could sit here, and it doesn't matter if you don't want to buy a piece of art, if you don't want your clients to buy a piece of art, but the fact is they're going to know about it, because I haven't even got to the point where in about 4 or 5 months from now I'm going to hit every single news organization in the world, from 60 Minutes Australia, from 60 Minutes in the United States, from W5 to Inside Edition. All those are going to be next. And one of the main things is, if one of your clients or collector out there buys my painting, any of my paintings for $1 million or up in the future, where all the paintings are starting to hit in 1,000,000 minutes, it's been 2 years now. I wanted news I want it on the news. I want anybody to that buys my art. I want news coverage of it. So so it doesn't matter if you're a big gallery in the world. The world will know about this. Collectors in the world will know about this. And eventually, over time, in the next 6 months of cold calling every gallery in the world, this is time priced art. Goes up forever. Cannot be taken, cannot be lowered in any way because it's time. It's the pricing is all hooked by time. If you watch my videos, watch any of the ones that say gallery collectors on it, you can understand. So I took a big chance and I felt, because I've dealt with galleries that were stuffy. I've dealt with some galleries that treated me like crap, like, oh, who do you think you are? We control everything. I go, you know what? You don't control my art. My art is controlled by time itself. You buy my art at $1 million and you have to either sell it for more or sit on it for a year to get your profit out of it. And the profits are huge. If you really look at it, all you have to do is sit for 2 years and you can make $1 million off any one of my art. And the thing is, it's the pricing is the minutes. So it doesn't matter how long you hold on to. You can hold on to 10 years. It's $5 million. And even if you bought it for $1 million, think about that. And the pricing doesn't go down. I'm the only artist in the world and native treaty status protected by the rights of indigenous art in the world. Read the description in this video, and that including the pricing. I'm claiming the price as a native art. It's a form of art connected to my art. My art is this video, form art. Art is my face, form art. And the pricing by the minute, by the canvas gold bar, ounce price of gold, the dollar per second paintings, stamped paintings, those go up forever. If anybody in the world from this timestamp, from the timestamp 3 years and on, tries to copy me and without my personal little golden stamp on your piece of art, it ain't gonna happen. You know why? Because if you want to sit there in Supreme Court in your country and try to steal indigenous persons' pricing and make it a indigenous rights thing, what do you think of a lot of the people in the world who are sensitive to natives' problems and stuff like that? It would be big news. And would you really want me as a small little native to fight for his right for the pricing for his own art and keep it unique to my art so nobody could just, because they're bigger in the world, tries to steal it? No. I'll fight for my right. I'll get news programs and it's simple. For the last 3 years I've been saying dollar minute paintings, dollar second paintings, and it's my idea. I'm native, I'm treaty status, and I'm protected in the laws of North America for my art. And if you really want to go against me in any court of law in the world, standing up for my treaty right, and it's fact, I take the dollar minute, dollar second, that whole idea as my own forever, because nobody in the history of art since the Roman Empire has ever thought of that. So it's native art form through my main art. You get 3 pieces of art in one. And all the art is transfer around the world very easily. End of story. So I gotta sign this one. So you know what? I can't make it any clearer. I'm not a good speaker. A lot of people watch my channel know that. A lot of people have commented like oh, Chuck, you should do like a loose script or whatever. I'm just trying to make it clear that this is unique to me, and I want to keep it unique to me. And like I said, any one of your clients, if you're a gallery from New York City or Los Angeles, because you're the only ones that know about this, unless I sign a deal by next weekend, then I'll start phoning everybody in Paris. I'll start phoning everybody in Germany. Every gallery, top galleries. I phoned about 100. About 10 had numbers that were disconnected. But surprisingly, 90% had voicemail. So what do you think is going to happen when on Monday morning, which is technically a couple hours from now, and they're going to see this video, and they're going to be checking those messages. And who's this Joseph Charles Colin guy? And I've had already calls and people like, I want more information. Let me let the dealers talk to you. We've never seen anything like this before. Let the dealers talk to you on Monday. Let the dealers talk to you on Wednesday. That's when they could get a hold of you. Please don't send any message to any other galleries and stuff, because they don't want some of you galleries to know for some reason. But that's my business, who I let know. So if you're top gallery in the world and you're made of multi-millions of dollars, you have multi-million dollar clients and everything like that, and you just push this video and my art and everything aside thinking it's nothing, I gotta make it clear. I gotta absolutely make this 100% clear. There's no art like mine in the world. There's no art, and I made it specifically small, so it's easy to transfer around the world between clients forever. Easy to restore because it's small. 100 years, 200 years from now, because I hear there's problems with that. And the price goes up. I'm looking at the piece of art right now. Actually, I'll show you the hedge fund one. Say, I turn the music off because I'm serious right now. So this is one of the 1 cent a second ones, which every single one's backed up by video, and this is number 43. And there's going to be more of these in the future when I do shows and stuff like that. So this is 1 cent a second, which is probably maybe 2 years old. It's about $300,000 or so. That's what this is. It's when the stamp was pristine. I love my sign in the back. So this particular one is special because on the back was kind of a screw up, which is in the video. So you get a secret little on this one. You get a secret. Well, it's just random. I just picked this up so you know what I mean. So that one particular one is a special one, which is 1 cent a second. And you could look at the video. It's number 43. That's the beauty of my art. It's all backed up. This is number 44 canvas gold bar. And I'm kind of having all the same kind of theme as, say, a client want to buy 3 of them that all kind of match while they're still cheap in a cheap kind of way right now, because every year it goes up, right? A lot of money. So that's what this one looks like. This is beautiful. Now the hedge fund was supposed to go to somebody in New York City, but they didn't. Since I was technically nobody still, they said, you know what, we have money, and if you ever go anywhere in the future, But you know what? As this moment in time, anybody can own this. This is the hedge fund one. And this is number 147. Canvas 91. Upload 147. Look at that. So, and this is probably over a year, and it's still, the color doesn't fade. So my stuff's unique. Galleries in Los Angeles, galleries in New York. I phoned New York first. I phoned all the galleries in New York first. If you're watching this, I'm unique in the world, and you can't say I'm not. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going up. My goal is to be famous, and I think it took me about 30 years to do my art, to figure out a way that's never been done before in the art world. And judging by a couple of galleries that I've phoned and they've contacted me, one in Los Angeles that says, what's this call about? What's this call about? No, we don't want to Google anybody. And I said, well, and I said, if Joseph Charles Colin gets famous in the world, and you missed out on the opportunity to know who Joseph Charles Colin is, and then they said, well, let me Google it, and they says, we don't really buy art off of YouTube kind of art. And I said I did, and then I explained to him, and you know who you are if you're watching this, because I told you the video was coming. And I said, you know who this person is now. You know what he's all about. And you tell me if this is something in the art world you've never seen before, then you can tell me you've seen this before. And when they saw what I did and everything, it says, I'm speechless. I've never seen it. I've been an buyer art, but the pricing, and I said, well, the pricing's not going anywhere. The pricing's what it is. It's never going to go anywhere. It's never going to change. There's only 100 of each. End of story. So, New York City, Los Angeles, you're the first galleries in the world to know this, and I guarantee some of you are going to be sharing this phone call saying, oh, look at this guy, crazy guy in Warpaint trying to sell us multi-million-dollar paintings. And I go, well, so what do I have to do to convince you? Be on 60 Minutes, then you're convinced. Be on 60 Minutes Australia, then you're convinced. Be in W5 in Canada. Be Inside Edition. Be on TMZ. Be on talk shows. And that's my goal, because if you look at some of the paintings, they have, say, talk show host and critics. All they have to do is critic, or all I have to be is talk show host, and they get a painting free and clear. So, first time in history, galleries in New York City, galleries in Los Angeles, that you've heard about this. Now, here's where you take it. You could either believe in it or not, but I'm not going anywhere. I have nothing to lose in life. Paintings exist. Pricing exists. The style exists. And it's simple. It's just a matter of time. And then what happens if us, this gallery's watching right now, what if one of your clients came to you and say, oh, I just bought this painting. Did you know anything about this guy named Joseph Charles Colin? I bought his hedge fund one for, like, I don't know what this is. Okay, let's just go look. So basically, you're watching a channel. If you know it already, then you know here's the hedge fund. This is 1 year ago, which I know is about $500,000. But to see what it actually cost, we just go here, go down here, pause this. So now you see this price by the minute or second here, forever. And there's the price. Minutes, 636,480. It's that simple. So now, say your client says, and then you say, why would you buy something without me? Think about that. Now think about that. Because it's going to happen. It's either you buy my art or the collectors in the world. A lot of collectors probably won't care about this type of art, or they might think it's rubbish, or they might think whatever. But it doesn't matter because there's 100 of this size. There's 100 coming. There's 61, including this video right now. This one. This is number 61. We'll refresh your memory. It's been 30 minutes since you saw it. And that's all I have to, for the rest of my life, have to sell by the minute. Then you have these ones, which there's only like 50 or so. I have 50 to go on those ones yet. So galleries all over the world. Somebody told me, somebody said to me, what do you think when galleries out there, how many galleries missed out when Banksy started getting famous? How many galleries missed out when Warhol started becoming famous back in the day? How many galleries missed out when Keith Haring back in the day, or Jean-Michel Basquiat? I can't say the last name. Basquiat. No, the whole Samo. I know the whole story. Watched the guy's a genius. Some of the biggest artists in the world that ever lived. Did you miss out? You have multi-millions of just artists coming through schools. You got multi-millions of artists that are probably on even YouTube. You get millions of artists all around the world wanting their art out there, but every single one is painted by paintbrush or painted in some type of medium besides this paintbrush. A lot of artists in the world out there, 99% paint with oil paint. 99% of the artists out there, they paint with acrylic, pastel, charcoal, house paint. But here's a question to every gallery in the world. Everyone, specifically in New York City and Los Angeles. How many paintings on your wall, how many canvas paintings on your wall have Ben Nye theatrical face paint as a medium? None. To the people that own my paintings, past, present, future, time is our friend. Time is our ally. Grandfather Time will take care of us and our art forever. And galleries all around the world, fortune favors the bold. I'm a hard-working man, 20 years in the same job. No criminal record in Canada. 20 years, same job. Work every single day. Just have a dream. It's a little bit bigger than most people. They say it's an impossible dream, but nothing's impossible in this world. And I don't think it's impossible for one day all my art selling at $1 per second. And notice I said, never said $1 a minute. Thank you for watching this. Remember, New York City, Los Angeles galleries. As of this moment in time, you're the first to know about this. Everywhere else in the world, have to start waiting a week. Then Paris, Dubai, all over the world will know, because that is my way coming up. But New York and Los Angeles, you know first. And all the galleries in the world, if this ever gets big and they ever get all these paintings get sold out and people will go crazy over them, and then galleries around the world will look at this particular video and say, why gallery ABCD 250 in New York, 50 in Los Angeles, why did you not listen to this guy when you had the chance? Joseph Charles Colin, the new face of art.